Welcome to Filmywatchlist. Today I'll be reviewing Widows, the fourth film from acclaimed director Steve McQueen. Set in modern Chicago, a group of women brought together by the death of their criminal husbands find themselves inheriting their debt and having to take control of their own fate by organising a heist to pay it off. With a stacked ensemble cast including Viola Davis, Debicki, Michelle Rodriguez, Daniel Kaluuya, Tyree Henry, Colin Farrell, Duvall and Liam Neeson, and with a screenplay written by Gone Girl's Gillian Flynn, Widows is a thoroughly well-rendered and prestigious thriller with unexpected depth. McQueen's trademark hard-hitting style explodes onto the screen from the opening sequence, in which the idyllic lives of the eponymous women and their husbands is juxtaposed by the chaotic reality behind the wealth they've garnered. With gripping intensity and a fantastic use of sound and cinematography, McQueen tightens his grasp on the audience from the outset. Widows may have a glossy cast stuffed with Oscar nominees and popular faces, but it succeeds in feeling thoroughly authentic and organic. The evocative imperfections of the terrific cinematography works wonders in nurturing this atmosphere, with film grain and an appropriately murky colour palette. Gillian Flynn expands her impressive screenwriting skills that have grown from strength to strength in her adaptations of her own Gone Girl and this year's Sharp Objects, with a mature and well-woven tale of corruption that focuses on the grey area between morals and revenge. In a film that's wide scope takes in criminals, politicians and businessmen and calls to mind the expansive gaze of The Wire, it's refreshing that the police are relegated to mere cameos without their absence truly being felt. This is a story of corruption, revenge and violence, but without the sometimes tiresome cat and mouse tropes that can come about with the inclusion of law enforcement. Gillian Flynn's screenplay is full of clever moments of foreshadowing, suggestion and profound themes of race and gender roles that are navigated with aplomb. On the acting side of things, Viola Davis is typically electrifying as the film's lead Veronica, who finds herself at risk of losing everything after the death of her husband. Left with a detailed notebook of blackmail material and heist plans, Veronica decides to use it to her advantage. She's a suitably commanding presence portraying grief, humour and badassery with ease. Debicki, who you may recognise from The Man from U.N.C.L.E. and Guardians of the Galaxy, is a standout in a potentially star-making turn that mixes an affecting character arc with humour and sincerity. Her downtrodden character grows effectively throughout the narrative, the plans of her and her widow counterparts giving her a new lease on life that allows her to gain power where she previously couldn't. Michelle Rodriguez fits so seamlessly into proceedings that you wish you saw her in these kind of understated roles more often. She's able to sell both the physically and emotionally intense moments with ease. Furthermore, Cynthia Erivo, coming off the back of a great breakthrough performance in Bad Times at the El Royale, is similarly good in her role evoking themes of poverty, motherhood and determination to rousing effect. Together, these women strive to redefine themselves and prove all those who have underestimated them wrong. Get Out's Daniel Kaluuya plays deliciously against type as the intimidating right-hand man of Tyree Henry's political candidate. Investigating how a group of robbers managed to steal their money, Kaluuya is menacing, darkly funny and electrifying every time he comes on screen. A scene early on in the film in which he forces two gang members to rap to him and his goons during an intense interrogation is a fantastic moment of suspense that excels due to the actor's commanding screen presence and piercing stare. It's a performance that offers a glimpse at the exciting future ahead for the star. Likewise, Atlanta's Tyree Henry is terrifically unpredictable in his role as a criminal attempting to gain integrity by running for political office. Though Kaluuya's character plays his right-hand man who usually does his dirty work for him, a number of scenes display his ruthlessness and violent danger to brilliant effect. Colin Farrell and Duvall play corrupt politicians and father and son effortlessly. Duvall getting the chance to delight in the kind of cantankerous, foul-mouthed characters he doesn't get the chance to play much anymore, and Farrell effectively slimy and untrustworthy as his son expected to take over his political district. Farrell's accent may slip at moments, but he's perfectly well cast in his role, and creates a number of terrific moments where the conflict between carrying out his father's legacy and becoming his own man are explored. Sean Bobbitt's cinematography and McQueen's direction work together flawlessly, with the seemingly effortless long takes frequently used throughout the film, much like they have in the likes of Hunger and 12 Years a Slave. The aforementioned interrogation scene in a basketball court is a standout moment in the film, but another such example during a car ride is particularly impressive in its seemingly simple yet audacious style. On top of this, Joe Walker's editing is slick and propulsive in creating the rhythm necessary for the growing intensity of the film's progression. As an extension of McQueen's already incredible filmography, Widows fits perfectly alongside his previous films, not in the least bit hindered by its genre trappings as a thriller. Widows plays with the heft of a crime saga on similar terms as Michael Mann's Heat, and every bit worthy of its fantastic cast. Somehow, with such a huge ensemble and weighty themes to tackle, the result never collapses under its own weight, and manages to tread new ground in the genre and provide strong female roles that feel authentic and well-rounded. I'm going to give Widows 4.5 stars out of 5. It's definitely worth seeing theatrically. If you enjoyed the review, consider subscribing to Film My Watchlist for more reviews and movie lists. Thanks very much for watching.